YouTube land? What's good? Hopefully you don't hear my fan. Pardon me for that. But it's your boy Prince, aka Brian, aka B Herd, aka PB, aka Prince Vegeta without the hating, aka future FGC commentator. Shirt looks wrinkled, don't judge me, judge yourself. And in the comforts of my home, I wear what I want. CPT, like I said last week, there wasn't like a major CPT implication of points on the line. There was tournaments going on. There's always going to be tournaments going on. I think Capcom Gaming was going on. E-League was going on. There was a big tournament in Japan where they had teams and there's different kinds of teams. So don't have any information about that, so I can't really give you information about that. And there maybe an Optic event too, as well. And then the Geico thing. Yeah, there's always something, right? There's always something going on. That's the beauty of the FGC. Whether it's a big tournament or a small tournament, there's always something. So just definitely go to your tournaments to support your locals. But with that being said, I thought this was the initial break, if you will, in the season. That's technically not, because the season started like March 16th with final round, and we're in June, so that's 3 months. And technically, the season doesn't even end until November or December, so it's technically not the end of the season, but we'll call it the midway point of the season. I basically want to do a award show, mid-season award show, just kind of keep you up to date with the standings, see where everybody's at, see where the last chance qualifier could be, and see where the first 4 out are. And then I wanted to do like an award show, like I said, an mid-season award show. So I got an MVP, I got a Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year has an asterisk to it, and I'll explain that when I get to it. Comeback Player of the Year, Team of the Year, Tournament of the Year, and some noticeable free agents that I think a team should sign. Especially towards the end of the year. I think it benefits a player more to be signed towards the end of the year than the beginning of the year, which I'll explain why. Because at the beginning of the year, the Capcom season doesn't start till March, right? So you figure that if you were a free agent and you were a solid player and you want to be sponsored, but you don't know if you can get sponsored again or something like that, you could work a job. Like, from December to March, you could work a good, stable job and build up enough money to go to at least a couple tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like where the points are crucial and there's not that many events that you can go to, I feel like that's where I want to be sponsored. That's where I want to go to as much events as possible. If I had to choose a time and a place to be sponsored and like to what events I could go to, I would rather be sponsored at the tail end of the half of the year than the beginning of the half. But teach his own. Because I can work my own, you know what I'm saying, and be myself, but the season's not really, it's not required for you to go to every tournament, and it's not required that these tournaments are so huge that everybody's going to these tournaments, right? I guess Evo Japan. Evo Japan is probably the only exception that's really a big event at the beginning of the year, but you know what I mean? But that's teachers though. So let's start off with a bang, baby. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's the mid-season award show, you know? Not everybody gonna watch this video to the 30-minute mark. I be rambling sometimes. It's like, hey, I like to talk. I like my voice. What can I say? And I like looking at myself. But, should I start with the runner-up first? Or should I start with the MVP first? Actually, let's start off with the runner-up. Let's build it up a little bit. Let's start off with the runner-up. So my runner-up for MVP is actually, this person's also going to be considered for another award. So let's see if we can take a guess. Is Infiltration. Infiltration started off the year with a bang. Won final round. Finished second in Stunfest. Finished third at Combo Breaker. Won Evo Japan. And came second and is currently second in the CPT standings. Now, easily, if Evo Japan was like a tie-in to like the CPT standings, then arguably I would say probably Infiltration is like my number one right now. But it's not. So Evo Japan is its own separate thing and entity. So Infiltration is my runner-up. Like I said, started off the year with a bang. I forgot who he was on last year. I don't recall. Was it it's escaping my mind. But this year he signed to Planet Global. He made the announcement at, I want to say final round, took off his jacket or whatever, it was like PG Infiltration. Won it, started off with a bang, you know what I'm saying? Been placing really well, doing really well. It's good to see him back. It's good to see how dominant he is. I mean, for crying out loud, he was the first person to ever win Evo in Street Fighter V with Nash, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, he just started off on. I don't want to say too much because, like I said, he is consideration for another award. So I'll tie it back around. So maybe I should have started off with the MVP. But nonetheless, that's how I'm gonna rock for this video. So the MVP for me in the mid-season at the beginning of this half of the year. And then let me know these things down below if you really watched this video to that point. I want to know your MVP, your rookie of the year, stuff like that. But my MVP is none other than, I don't want to say the Demon, because I feel like that's disrespectful, but he plays Akuma. God, like Akuma. People are trying to play Akuma against this guy's Akuma. And I think that's probably the most flattering thing you could do. Like, think of it like an Overwatch thing, you know? You're so good at your character that we need that character to battle that compared character. I don't know where I was going with that. That's why I had so many different words. That's why I messed up. So I apologize for that. Tokido won Tiger Uppercut. NCR Battle Arena, and his worst finish so far this year was 9th place. So just outside the top 8. It's like top 8 or nothing for Tokido. That's kind of the point he's been at. That's kind of the point he's always going to be at. And like has the consideration to possibly win the Triple Crown, and the Triple Crown I consider is E-League, Evo, and Capcom. And he's already on the winner's side of the E-League, so there's step 1 right there. And he's the leader of the CPT, so you know, step 2 right there. Only problem about being the leader in the CPT event is you have to battle against the last chance qualifier, and that last chance qualifier is usually a monster that you have to deal with. I don't envy the guy, but you know, hey. And then Infiltration, yeah, is in Group D this week, and I already did a preview and kind of talked about Group D this week, which happens tomorrow in the E-League. So he very well could be someone that does the same too, because he's in 2nd place, like I said. And the points difference is only like 20 points, I believe. It's not, yeah, it's 20 points. So easily, Infiltration could do the same. Triple Crown winner. Rookie of the Year, I had to put an asterisk by it, and it's kind of tough for the Rookie of the Year because when I went to go do my due diligence and research and stuff like that, these two guys are actually really they're not like surprisingly by the word actually, but they're really good at what they do. They're really good at the game, and I think both players weren't really sponsored by any. I think my Rookie of the Year wasn't sponsored, but I think my runner-up was sponsored by a smaller sponsor. But now you got a bigger sponsor. And his boy is actually a sponsor. His boy is actually a Capcom champ, the Capcom Cup champion from last year. So I think you're getting where I'm going with this. And the only reason why I say Rookie of the Year and I put an asterisk by it is because I'm doing it off the fact that this is like probably their best year, if you will. Because I couldn't think of a rookie, because that would just be kind of disrespectful. Because it's like, a true rookie is like someone that like just came out of nowhere and kind of did their thing and stuff like that. I mean, everybody has like a breakout season. Maybe that's what it is. So instead of rookie, maybe it was like Rookie of the Year / breakout season. So let's go into it. My runner-up for Rookie of the Year or breakout season, whatever you want to call it, is Calvin. You know, he started out the year kind of shaky. I don't want to say shaky as in bad, but he started off the year, you know, getting 49th place at 49th place in final round. Then he had the whole controversy at NCR when Menardi was playing Goichi, and he was cheering real loud, and he was sharing different language, but, you know, I guess, you know, people, that was a topic in the FGC. That was something that had to be addressed. That was something that was said in third, and I guess it was against the rules and stuff like that, but I like how the Dominican Republic cheers on their boys and they support their people. And that's another reason why one of my tournaments that I'm picking for like Tournament of the Year, or the halfway point, if you will, is actually a tournament that might surprise people too. But yeah, he started off kind of shaky. He only got 1 point between two big tournaments, you know, two premieres at that with NCR in final round. But then he started pulling together. Then he started to play really, really well. He's 11th currently in the standings, in the CPT standing, and he's a Latin America leader. So I think he gets into the. I wonder how they're gonna do that, because I think they get the buy-in. You know what I'm saying? With like for America, it's the Red Bull. So the top 7 players plus the last chance qualifier that wins that. I want to say that Friday-Saturday tournament into the Sunday top 8. And I think they got an automatic spot in the CPT standing tournament. I can't remember what they got. I can't remember what they get. But I think it's either points or it's a spot. So I don't know. I have to do my research on that one, so I can't speak on it per se. But yeah, like I said, Latin America leader, first in the fight that just happened recently, first in this first of the year CPT Latin America online event, and then second at Game Over. I think he lost that to Christian. I want to say Christian on that, but yeah, so he's been backing up his talk, and I love that. I love that. You know, a lot of people always want to come at somebody for talking crap, this and the third, but if you back it up, Kaba is no scrub by any means. I know people don't like the personality or whatever, or him cheering and him being hyped for his friend, but that's your boy. That's him and Men go back like that. I wish I had a friend like Kaba. I want some Kabas on my squad, you know what I'm saying, in the FGC. Some people that cheer for me and want me to do well. And actually, you know, Men helped him out again and getting him picked up by Rise, and I think that's a good pickup by Rise. Rise got a really good roster. Like, they have Men Marn, Smug, and Kaba. That's a solid team. That's a solid FGC team. You ask me. That's a really solid FGC team. So yeah, like I said, he's in 11th place, and that's my runner-up as far as like breakout year or rookie of the year. Now my rookie of the year is Oil King, UYU Oil King at that. Currently 7th in the standings. DreamHack Austin finished 2nd, Combo Breaker finished 7th, and Stunfest finished 3rd. But it's just how consistently he's been playing, and he's just looking good doing it. Like, because I think last year he was a sponsor, right? So maybe he didn't get to go to as many events as he wanted to, but now he's going to the events and he's placing well. And Rashid was more broken last year. Rashid still got some problems. Like, Rashid is still a top tier character. Rashid is a problem child character. But the fact of the matter that Oil King is still able to do this, I mean, I'm trying to like look at the roster right now. As far as the CPT standing, I think he's the number one in Rashid as well. Yeah, he's the number one Rashid on the standing. So he's proven it. I mean, he's playing a damn good character. He's playing great. I think his placings are well. He's getting a lot of points for his placings. I mean, you figure Combo Breaker is a premier, and you figure Stunfest was a premier, and you get 3rd at Stunfest, and he played some godlike at Stunfest. He did something sick. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know I said it in the video of the Stunfest recap, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, I think my breakout player of the year, or rookie of the year, whatever you have, I think it's Oil King. I guarantee you, well, I don't want to guarantee anything, but I'm pretty sure as long as Oil King goes to events, he's going to be at the Capcom Cup and probably do well. I can see Oil King making it pretty far in Capcom Cup. Free of charge. Now, for the comeback player of the year, my runner-up is Nemo. Nemo wasn't even in the top 64. Like, I wait to last year's standings. I didn't go into the CPT. I use SRK rankings. Shouts out to you. Love you. Can't take the part, but love you. Great website. Has every tournament information and tells you stats and details. Oh, it's so godlike. Shouts out to Show You. Let it go. But wasn't even top 64. On their site, it only went to the top 64. Nemo was not on that list. I swear I checked it up and down. Won the last chance qualifier last year and finished in 3rd. And then beat Punk, sent Punk to losers in the first round. That's what's scary about what Tokido and what I was saying earlier. Like, yeah, you're the number one seed, but you don't know who you're going to face until that next day. Like, that's scary. That's super scary. Especially if you got a killer like Nemo and an Infiltration finished 2nd in the last chance qualifier. Bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? You see how crazy that is? And, yeah, wasn't in the top 64. Won the last chance qualifier, finished in 3rd, but this year he was 12th in the CPT stands. Only went to 3 tournaments. Only been to 3 tournaments this year. 3! And finished in the top 5 of each. Come on now. If he goes to more tournaments, he actually got sponsored now. He's sponsored by Liquid. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he starts going to more tournaments, I don't know what the situation is. I haven't heard any news or any information about Nemo recently. That dude is going to do what? I mean, he's not going to lose the spot in the CPT standings. Especially how the points are with rankings. Like, getting 7th place and you only get 1 point in a ranking event. Yeah, Nemo's not going anywhere. Or Nemo. Finding Nemo. You know what I'm saying? We got to find him. So I want to see him at more tournaments. His year, he's got like the suits, got like, he's a solid player. His handshakes are godlike, even though they'd be like this. But, that's anxiousness, anxiety, and the nerves. And that happens. Like, my hands get sweaty at locals, and I'm shaking the person's hand like that. But his shouts out to him is a W. Now, the comeback player, I've mentioned him before, and I mentioned him just as I was talking about Nemo. Infiltration. Like I said, finished second in last year's last chance qualifier. Second in the CPT standings. Finished 43rd last year. Was 43rd. And I guarantee you, I was willing to put. I know I said I shouldn't guarantee you, man. Going back on my word again. I'm gonna guarantee you that there's no way that Infiltration finished 43rd this year. There's no possible way. I think he went through a marriage. I think he kind of went through a character crisis. Manat wasn't where she was now. She was always going to be a strong character, regardless, just because how tools and how Street Fighter 5 set up, especially with the comeback mechanic and the beat trigger. Jury wasn't that strong, but Jury got a little better. Manat's where she is, top 5, arguably. I'd say top 5. And Infiltration's playing out of his mind. He's playing ridiculous. And he even said in the stream recently, like, he's like, I don't care. Like, you top tier, so what? Beat me. Like, not like beat me, but like, I don't care. He's talking to stream monsters. He was like, yo, I don't care. Y'all gonna cry regardless of what I do, so I'm gonna win. So I'm gonna just play my game. I'm gonna just cry about it. Cry. Like, it was a great clip. It's on Hard Fights Twitter. Shout out to I Fight. Definitely check it out. And like I said, yeah, 43 last year. Now I was in second place, but almost could be in first place, to be honest with you. I think the weekend that Tokido went to E-League, I think it was DreamHack Austin, and Infiltration didn't go. I wish he really went to that event, because that way he would have been in first place. That way it would have had to put kind of Tokido in a bad situation. But there's 2 events this weekend. There's the one in Washington, and then there's another one. I think it might be an online event, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Actually, no, I think it's an actual tournament, because then the next week is CEO. So this might put Infiltration back a little bit, because Tokido could go to the event. You know what I mean? So that's the only problem with that. But yeah, I think Infiltration is my comeback player of the year. So it wasn't a bad thing that Infiltration didn't win MVP, but you get comeback player of the year. Okay? Get it win. Now my team of the year. Now depends on how you look at it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think Cyclone or Goichi and Dogura's team. I think it's Cyclops? Cyclone? CAG, whatever that stands for. I'm apologizing if I'm butchering that. I'm sorry, I butcher a lot of stuff. That's the one thing I gotta work at as a commentator. Stop butchering stuff. But it's a strong team. They're not doing too hot in the Street Fighter season. They're killing it in Jagger Ball. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. And like I said, Rise is a good team. I didn't even, honestly, when I made the list, I didn't even think about Rise. Well, Rise only really has 2 people, so I guess I can't really say Rise. But, my runner-up team of the year is Echo Fox. Now, the reason why Echo Fox probably wasn't my number 1 team right now is because Punk's not in the standings. If Punk was in the standings, I think I would have to give Echo Fox a slight edge against this other team, especially just looking at the numbers from this perspective. But I'm going to talk about free agents after I talk about the tournaments, right? Free agents, if they pick up the player I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying, that's on the list, that's in the top 10 of CPT, they pick up that player, I easily bump Echo Fox to the number 1 team, period. Like, I don't think they're ever going to leave that team. But, yeah, Echo Fox is my runner-up team. You know, Justice Wrong in 9th place, Momochi in 23rd, Tokido 1st place, and then Punk is in 36th right now. But I also, at the same time, I do feel like Punk could, at the end of the year, be that last chance qualifier if he's still in a position where he's not qualified yet. And I also feel like he could get in, too. So. And also, like I said, they signed a free agent that I'm thinking about them signing. That could be a factor, too. But my number 1 team aside, James Beast. You know what I'm saying? Daigo's playing really well in 8th place. Fudo's playing well in 13th place. Christitarian's playing well in 20th place. Gamer Beast 25th place. And that's just in the CPT standings alone. And not to mention they have PR Ballroom. PR Ballroom Yeah, he didn't do so hot in the E-League, but he still got asked to go to E-League, so it's like, he's still a great team player, and there's 5 great players on the team. And it's on Daigo's team. Like, what are we talking about here? So it's great to see Daigo and his team do well. You know what I'm saying? And they did. I think they picked up all 3 members. I want to say at the beginning of the year too. And then also, like, you can look at like Red Bull. Snake Eyes is kind of like, he did well in E-League, so I gotta give him his credit. But you know, you have Bonchan, you have Fudo. Oh, not Fudo. Sorry, Fudo. I didn't say it right. Apologize for that. Bonchan, Snake Eyes. Who am I thinking? And Luffy. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm sorry. See, I was thinking of Mika. I had the right character, I just didn't have the right person. But yeah, those 3 are playing pretty good for Red Bull. I actually think like Luffy is 21st, Bonchan is 16th, and then yeah, Snake Eyes isn't ranked. But yeah, that's still a great team too as well. There's a lot of good teams, and I like that aspect of FGC. I think I'm liking FGC. I think it's better for the FGC if they sign more people on teams. So it's not. I'm not saying it has to be cutthroat, this, that, and the third, but I don't like it where it's like there only has to be one representative of Street Fighter. I feel like there's plenty of good players that you actually get probably more back when you think about it. Because if I invest, say for numbers, say I invest in $10 into this player, $10 in that player, and then they go, one finishes 25th, so I might get like $1 back or whatever, but say one finished third. You know what I'm saying? You might get more back. So you get, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and there's still so many good players that need teams, bro. Like, I think that should be on teams. I really do. Which is actually a segue. Actually, yep, I'm gonna segue that. Instead of, because I was gonna go to tournaments next, but no, we're gonna go to free agents. And I kind of just contradicted myself, but not really at the same time. We gotta talk about Knuckle Dude. I thought that Knuckle Dude would come out with a team on E-League. To my surprise, he didn't. Shocked. It's still on my wallet, but you know what I'm saying? You don't want to burn out your wallet. Like, you want to enjoy the perks you have with your wallet, right? So, I see either 2 ways of Knuckle Dude doing this. I see him being in a situation with like Liquid. Not Liquid the team, but like how him on Liquid, how he was the only guy, right? I see that situation. Then I also see the situation where he joins the power team. And I think he's going to... Alright, well, I'll put 2 different scenarios out there in the world. I'll put the scenario of him being on TSM. I think he will be the Street Fighter representative at TSM. I think... you know, how Leffen is like the Dragon Ball and the Melee representative, and I think that would be good money because TSM is killing it. You know, you figure they have their Fortnite department who's killing it. They have Leffen, like I said, who's killing it. I think if they dipped and dived into Street Fighter, I think the best player to pick up would be Knuckle Dude. I think that'd be a great rep for your team, and that'd be huge for your team and things of that nature too. Like I was saying, I can see the Leffen thing happening. I truly believe that Knuckle Dude could be the sole player that you want to represent your team if you're into that, but I don't think that's how you should go about things. Or I see him joining the super team and being on Echo Fox. To be honest with you, I see like he's gonna join the super team and join Echo Fox, and Echo Fox is gonna have every player. It's gonna be so sick, kind of. I don't know, I want to see it happen, but I don't at the same time. But it's like, hey, it'd be cool to see, especially Echo Fox representing. But then also, I think it would produce teams to either really invest in one player and put everything into him, or it would invest teams in like, yo, I want players in this team, my esports team, I gotta represent. Like, I can't just get one player and be happy. I can't get this player and be happy. I want a squad. Like, I want more of that. Because I want to see there's plenty of good players. And then the other one was Gotcha, one of the top received players. I think I see him on Dogra and Goichi's team. I can see that. my tournaments, Common Breaker #1 free of charge. Like, the whole 3 days were full. I loved every tournament. You know, Street Fighter's format, I loved that. The fact that it was first or 3 out. I think it causes different matchups. It causes players to really play, and I think it's still. I still think you earned it, and I think it puts things in more of a better perspective. Because if you're out on the loser side, you're like, all right, man, I got really side. Because you're not safe. Like, you might get put in a different bracket. Say like you're on winner's side, and you win your pool. Like, you know, the pool probably have like maybe 2-3 people. That's tough. But then, like, I think with the regular format, you're kind of in the same vicinity, so you'll know who you'll match up with, though. So, like, maybe 2 or 3 more people on top of this side, so it might be an easier bracket. But if there's a top 48, and there's 3 rounds, you're on winner's side, you might be put with even more killers, because it's like, still, plenty of people left. Like, somebody gotta take these guys out. And you're like, oh, crap. You know what I mean? So, I love that. I love that aspect of the. Great event, big event. I think the internet went down once, but games were great, the commentary was great. Just love everything about commentary. I gotta go next year. That's no ifs, ands, about it out there. But my runner-up tournament actually did the first this time. I'm sorry, I'm all the way. Runner-up tournament was Texas Showdown, and I like the story of Texas Showdown. I like seeing Smug do well. Someone who cares a loyalist. Enough will do with my always sponsored, and then the fact that they did interviews during the tournament, and that was cool too. That was a cool aspect of it. And I just like how MenRD kind of embraced the villain role. Like, we need more villains in the FGC. I hate how everybody's like, oh, respect this, respect that. No, say how you feel. If you really don't like that player, or you really want to win and you really want to talk crap, do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's your homie. Like, yeah, I'm talking crap if it's my homie. If it's my homie and we're in a tournament, like, you know what I'm saying, someone you vibe with, someone you grind with, especially, like, say at a local, like, Wednesday night fights, or, you know, next level battle circuit, like, one of the top ones, talking crap. Like, you didn't hear that commentary with, Yikes, how he did with some of the power. He was like, I don't want to see Sonic Fox win. I always see him win, and then I got to interview. I don't want to interview. So, I'm not saying, like, he spoke, you know, Sonic Fox's loss into existence because he was not coming out the loser side on that tournament. But, like, I just love seeing that because it's the passion. That's what you truly feel. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be reserved and hold back. So, like, when everybody was chanting, USA, because everybody was trying to chant against Capcom. And I thought that was a great moment. And I thought that was funny. It made me hype. It made me watch the match more. Then MenRD wins, beats Knuckles, shakes the man's hand, they go like this to the crowd. Shh. Then Cabo got the Dominican flag in the background, and all his homies jump up on the stage, and they embrace that moment. Now they're gonna cherish that forever. And it was in Texas, where it's really American. You know what I mean? So I just love stuff like that. Like, that was a good tournament moment for me. Now there was tournaments with better matches, things of that nature, probably so. But yeah, man, I loved it. I loved everything about it. And that was it for my awards. But let's go into the standings. I never really say all the standings is one. This video's long enough. 2, it'll be long enough to go through. But Tokido's in first place with 1350. Asia leader, like I said. Infiltration is in second place with 1330. NL is in third with 1011. Fuji Mars in fourth with 901. Knucklebu, this is separation here with 510. Fifth place. Berlin, 506. Oil King 450. Seventh place. Daigo is 432. Eighth place is Swan, North America leader, 421. CN is in 10th place with 392. Cabo is Latin America leader, 381. 11th, Nemo, 12th place with 330. Fudo, 13th place with 320. Gachapun, 14th place with 301. MenRD, and actually, I need to put an asterisk next to MenRD's name because regardless, he's going to have a spot for the previous Capcom game. And I don't mind that. Actually, like, real quick, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think you earned it. Yeah. you can beat everybody at the pinnacle of the tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine someone not going to a single tournament, but then they go to the last year's qualifier, win that, and then they win Capcom, and then like they don't even play the next season? They're like, wait till that. You know, wouldn't that be crazy? I mean, it's probably next to none chance, but it's kind of cool if it happened. Bonchan 200 at 262. I cannot talk. 262 points, 16th place. Phenom is the Europe leader at 17th place with 240 points, and actually tied for 17th place is Dogra with 240 points as well. Problem next at 19th place, 221 points. Crystalitarian at 211 points, 20th place. Luffy is at 21st place with 10. Polino is 22nd place with 190 points. Mochi at 23rd place, 80. Sako is 24th place with 161. Gamer D at 25th place at 160. 26th place is Flash with 151 points. Swag Skeletor is at 27th place. And Swan is at 27th place as well with 154 piece. HK Dash is at 29. And Swan Kubo is at 29 as well with 140. And Akinu, the guy player from Europe, is at 131. The last chance qualifier, like I said before, a player I think that could get it if I had to pick one right now, right this very second off the top of my head, would be Punk. I think it's too good. I think he's a former E-League champion, so that very well. Still win the E-League, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Punk. Of course, for first forward out is the Salty Kid, Tiny, so that's it. That's pretty much the recap show. I have to edit this down because my moderator is getting in the small things. So I sound weird, like I'm like a robot. I apologize. This video will be up to date. Yeah, be sure to support this. Just show it to everybody. Let's put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Should like, comment, share, subscribe. If you got a Rookie of the Year, MVP, Team of the Year, tournament, free agent you want to see you get signed and who you want to get signed, all that below. Leave it down below. Let's have a conversation. Let's spread this video out. Let's sell this video to your mama. Show it to your daddy, your granny, your grandpa, you know, your legal guardian, you know what I'm saying, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, your dog. You know what I'm saying? Spread it out. To everybody. I'm gonna do this regardless. Look, let me address the hate real quick. I mean, I don't even really got haters, but let me address. I've seen some things, you know what I'm saying, cursing things from grapevine. I'm gonna do this because I like the FGC and I'm a fan of the FGC, and I'm gonna do this regardless. So the fact that I'm a nobody right now, I'm a nobody. I am somebody. Still gonna do this. So either you can like it now or hate it later. Don't bother me nothing, dog. But I'm out. Have a great day.